Hey guys, welcome to another watch review video. This one I'm going to do something a little bit different and talk overall about a brand. I get asked an awful lot on the Facebook groups that I'm a member of whether Steinhardt is a good brand of watch. And I've owned about 20 different Steinhardts from the base level models right through to the premium lines over the last year. So I'm now in a pretty good position to talk about the brand and what to watch for and different things to be aware of if you go to buy a Steinhardt. So first thing is, I've got three here today. I'm going to show you around, I guess. The first one is this Ocean One Premium Titanium model. On my wrist, I have the Ocean One GMT Titanium in the Batman finish. This is my one Steinhardt keeper, the one that I've kept while all the others have come and gone around it. And then this one is just a little one I've got in. I've actually got it on auction at the minute, so it's going to go out probably tomorrow morning. But this is the Ocean One in a rose gold with this really nice, what I think is a ceramic bezel. It's kind of powdered ceramic with the polished indexes around the edge, so it's another kind of unique little take on the Steinhardt brand. So first things first, we'll talk about this one, which is my keeper. This is the titanium model. You'll see here very, very similar to the other titanium, which is actually going to ship out today to somebody. Deep black, very high polished ceramic bezels. The Batman obviously here. Just turn that around. I hate bezels not being lined up. Beautiful detail on the dials and the internal bezels of these, just slightly different color combinations. Really nice hand kit on these. I like these a lot with the kind of black center and the white going out towards the markers. Very kind of matte finish dials on both of these. You'll see no reflection whatsoever. Beautiful anti-reflective crystals on both of them. You see that blue just kind of coming in as the light glints off it. Kind of angled and then domed. So you've got that angle where the crystal comes up from the bezel, and then just a nice curved dome, which gives lots of lovely light effects as the light glances off it. Very, very similar watches. Like I said, both titanium. Not a real lightweight titanium. When you're holding these, yes, they're lighter than the other normal stainless steel models within the range, but not overly so. You can feel they're pretty heavy duty, very well made watches. Couple of things about the form factor which you'll notice across the Steinhardt range. One of the most notable things in the aesthetic is the lug design. Very pointy lugs, quite long lugs as well. So on my wrist, if you compare them to, for instance, the Ocean Eva, which I did in the last video, you'll see the lugs tend to protrude. I don't know what it is. It's maybe like 2.5, 3 mil on either side, top and bottom. What it means is that on a 42 mil case, these are both 42s, that the Steinhardt actually is really kind of pushing it for my wrist at 6 and a bit inches. I'll pop it back on, you can see what I mean. So you'll see here, the lugs actually extend almost to the outer edges of my wrist on that. So to me, that's really kind of pushing it. I don't like wearing watches which the lugs protrude longer because it feels awkward then, it looks awkward. Some of my even 44 mil, like the Alpina here, it has very, very kind of short lugs. So that's a 44 mil watch, this is a 42, but I find this just as comfortable and kind of unobtrusive to wear as this for that very reason. But it is a very stereotypical Steinhardt design with those lugs. It's not like a standard lug like is on the Ocean Eva. Very pointy, thin, they curve round to the edge there. You can see that kind of sweeping side profile. I really like it. To me, it's a very Steinhardt Design, and that's kind of one of their stamps on it. You have a nice little kind of crown stamp as well, just on the note of stamps. But everything that in any of the Steinhardts I've owned, I find personally have been very, very high quality, from the bezels and the bezel inserts, these beautiful ceramic ones. On the higher end and the premium line, like these are, you get those lovely ceramic bezels. On the lower end, like the Ocean One, you normally find maybe about $300 you can find them for. You normally get aluminium bezels, which I'm not a fan of in the Steinhardt range. I've had higher spec aluminium bezels. I'll pop some of them up on screen. You can kind of see the different ones that I've owned. For instance, I had a Coke bezel in a GMT, which is, you know, it would probably run 450, maybe 475, something like that. So it's a higher end than the base level, but it's still an aluminium bezel, and I wasn't that taken with the quality of the aluminium. It just didn't, I don't know, it just instantly I noticed that it wasn't quite up to standard compared to their ceramic bezels. So that's one thing I want to say is, personally speaking, if I'm going for a Steinhardt, I always make sure it's a ceramic bezel, because their ceramic bezels are gorgeous, as you can see, right? So that's one thing to bear in mind. Most of their models run off ETA movements, normally like the 2824 and 2893 in the Elabore range. So they're nice smooth sweeps, as you can see here. Right, very nice smooth sweeps. No complaints with the movement. They always use good solid movements, and I've always been very, very happy with them. This is a more modern look. Let's look at the rose gold now, which is slightly more traditional kind of homage watch. This is the rose gold. Like I say, it's honestly, it's more gold than rose gold in my honest opinion. This is the 39 then, so you compare it to the 42. You see quite a big difference there. I think, as I said at the start, ceramic bezel on this one as well. Always very nice bezel movement on these. You can hear that maybe. Very defined clicks, which I love. And not a lot of backplay either. This is a lot of a brighter kind of sound. But there's like virtually no backplay whatsoever. Very precise, very easy to move. Nice sharp edges with the little kind of small scallops chopped out there. Very, very happy with all of the bezels I've had on Steinhardt watches. These, of course, being the titanium, feel very high quality. The stainless steel are 100% as well. No complaints there. This particular one then has the silicone, which is chopped, and this nice clasp, very kind of Rolex-esque, and so is the watch design itself. This is very much an homage watch, very similar to some of the Rolexes. So it's kind of par for the course. With Steinhardt, there are so many watches in their range. What I will say, having owned about 20 of them, is I've never been disappointed, whether it be a bronze or the rose gold or the titanium or the stainless steel, with the GMTs, the non-GMTs. My only complaint on any of them that I've owned has been the aluminium bezel. I haven't been that taken with. I love the form factor, that kind of sweeping look. You'll also find on the premium end models, you get this lovely open case back, like so. So real high end, beautiful quality in there. Very, very nicely done. I believe that's probably sapphire as well on the back. This particular one's an ETA 2892. What else does it say here? Titanium case, sapphire crystal, 50 ATM. Same sort of thing on this one, although this is the GMT. This one's the ETA 2893-2 GMT. Again, beautiful open case back, lovely finish, beautiful polish, very rich looking. This is my favorite ever Steinhardt, and this is in my absolute keeper box. I think I got this about 4 months ago. You can see there it's got the Swiss made thing on the dial as well, just noticing. I would say I think these normally run about 630. And they're worth it. They're at that level where, you know, 630 for this. I sold this for 550 or 570 yesterday. The premium line are around about that kind of price point. You'll find the Ocean 2 Premium, probably a little bit more, you know, kind of 650, 670 maybe. Very, very different aesthetic, different build, bulkier. You don't have quite the sweeping lugs and the low profile that the majority of the Steinhardt divers do have. But again, very high quality, no complaints. I'm a fan. If your question is, should I buy a Steinhardt watch? I personally believe, as a kind of, if you can call them a micro brand in the market, they are one of the best without doubt. Now, they are homage watches, just like the Ocean Eva is. To me, very similar kind of quality. And therefore, at $500-600 for something like this, I personally feel it's well worth it. Very unique look, very high quality materials, beautiful things like the anti-reflective coating there, the sharp edges, the scalloped titanium there on the edge profile of the bezel. Very, very nice quality bracelets on these ones as well, very kind of silky smooth. My only main complaint would be maybe the clasps are a little bit, you know, it's fine, and the design is all right, but to me, really we should have, you know, nice kind of, you know, push button deployant clasps on these types of watches at a kind of $650 price point. That's really a minor complaint that I would have. So yeah, I honestly believe that Steinhardt are one of the best micro brands, as I say, if you can call them that, out there at the moment. I have no hesitation. The other thing that is good is that if you want to buy new, you can just go to the Steinhardt website, and they're actually very cost effective. If you take the euro figure, they also include the non-taxed euro figure, convert it into dollars, and then it's $25 shipping from Germany, I believe. And really, they're very well priced for the quality, the movement, the build material going into these watches, and the overall aesthetic. I just love. I think that sweeping lug design is a real stamp on their own style of the homage kind of watch, sub $1,000 bracket. Really, really happy with all the Steinhardts I've had. Of course, like I say, this Batman GMT is my keeper. I just love the bezel, the detail on it. Love the hand kit, the markers, that kind of black and white contrast, the titanium, the open case back, the sweeping lugs. The build quality is really just there. So yeah, I definitely say if you are on the fence and you're not sure, go for a Steinhardt without hesitation. I have no affiliation to them, of course. Go for a Steinhardt without hesitation. My only thing that I would say to you is this: please just go for the ceramic bezels. It maybe costs a little bit more, but they are showstopper, you know, style bezels. The aluminium ones I just find are average. Nothing really special there, but then that's kind of aluminium bezels for you. The overall build quality exceptional across the range, even from the base level Steinhardts. And yeah, I'm a definite convert. I've always got 1 to 3 Steinhardts in the box at any given time, and then I kind of cycle them in and out. So these are the ones that kind of have got on at the minute. These 2 are going, this one is staying. So guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you ask any questions about the brand, about the movements, what I've experienced across the range from owning the base level right up to the premium lines. And yeah, make sure you hit that like button for me, and hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and comment anything below. I'll get right back to you. Meantime, thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you soon.